After much brainstorming and a lot of thought, I have finally come up with another Lego Transformer I thought good enough to want to share with whoever's watching. Now, for a little bit of insight for what it takes for me to come up with a Lego Transformer, it usually stems from a singular idea, whether that be from just a simple idea or a particular combination of Lego pieces that I like and think would make for a cool transformation. For Street Fight, for example, that came from just the idea of wanting to make a Lego Transformer that turned into a traffic light. For Right Hook here, the original idea was simply just to have a Lego Transformer that had one arm bigger than the other. Now you can probably kind of already see how this is going to work, but nonetheless, I am happy with how this turned out. As you can see, he turns into a truck that's not really the best proportioned, but from either side, he looks nice enough. I even took care to match the side detailing the best I could, but he just turns into a sort of missile truck, as you can see, through this big honking turret up top. But I'm happy with how this turned out, even if the proportions at the back aren't the best. You'll see how it transforms, and I don't think I could have come up with anything better that wouldn't get in the way of posability. But I think he looks alright. I especially am a fan of the front, which, even though it also looks wonky, it still, for the most part, looks like what it's supposed to be, which is a truck. A big red missile truck. Maybe should have been a fire truck looking at it, especially with the white. And this turret here could also easily become a ladder. But, maybe Right Hook here was originally a fire truck, but he just replaced the ladder with a missile turret because he just likes fighting Decepticons that much. A similar personality to Blades. Now, I don't feel like doing size comparisons, so we'll just get right into transformation, which is pretty simple for how much I like this truck mode and how much I think it looks like a truck. It's a very simple transformation where not much changes. So first thing is just turn and stand up, and everything just kind of falls into place. Like that turn at the waist is really all that's needed to get the each shape in each mode. So just turn that around. Then you can fold down the feet and spread out the legs. Then the back here, it's always been already trying to split. You just flip up, turn around, and flip down. It becomes the arm. And then the missile turret is also pretty simple. Just doing around the same thing. And then you can swivel around the head. And he stands up just fine. And this is where, oh, and also turn the antenna around, and that becomes a sort of thumb. But this is where, obviously, the concept, I originally came into making this with comes into play. And I think he does have a nice look to him. He only really has kibble on the feet, but that just makes him stable. Like the only reason this is here is just to make sure he can stand in robot mode. But I do like the look overall. I quite like how he's not just uneven in the arms, but he's also uneven in the legs. That does kind of look weird. I would have loved to have found a way to have this shift over or to clean up the legs a little bit more so you have more space between them, but I don't know. I think the look overall suits him. I also do like how I was able to have the idea of one arm be bigger than the other come into fruition with just how different they are. With this arm having both of the wheels, and then this arm having this big meaty palm that's always kind of facing up like this, but I think does well. Originally, I had this slope turned around like this, which I don't think is a bad look, but I quite like it down like this to really put all the power into this hand, you know? Another thing I quite like is the head, because usually my Lego Transformers heads are just like that of Street Fight, to where it's just a single plate with just stuff around it to give them a visor, but Right Hook here does actually get to have a proper face and helmet, almost Ironhide like. Now, with my Lego Transformers, I always try to have as much posability as I can, and he does have the basic points of articulation. Head, especially due to transformation, is on a swivel. Arms go back and forth, go in and out, though this arm is more limited than this arm. And both arms have an elbow joint. His bigger arm then also has a thumb, which can go all the way back, and can also give a sort of thumbs up. As you saw with the transformation, he also has a waist swivel. He has ball joints at his hips. And then he has a knee joint, which, in the grand scheme of things, doesn't change all that much, but it looks well enough. And that's about it for Right Hook here. As I've been saying throughout this video, I think he turned out quite nicely for the basic concept I have for him. And I think I have another Lego Transformer review I'd like to do sometime soon. Goodbye.